Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Kukuh Wisnuaji and
Putri, here I'm going to make a movie review from three short movie.
the first is the translator, the second is alternative math, and the last is the mother. For the first movie review is my favorite, that is the translator. In this movie, discussion about the conversation between American and French student. There are three student figures, namely is Ben, Rachel, and Claire. Rachel and Ben are Americans, while Claire is the French, but Rachel is fluent in French. The setting of this film is in the library of a school. At the first, Ben and Rachel are classmates, and Rachel seems interested to Ben. And we can know that Claire is a French person who cannot speak English. So Ben wants to talk to her, but he cannot speak French. At the point, Rachel appears as an interpretive for Ben and Claire. When Ben wants to give Claire compliments and date requests, Rachel translates Ben's words in reverse, as well as what Claire says to Ben. Claire then gets angry with the conversation. Then Ben realized that Rachel didn't translate that words properly. After Claire leaves, Rachel feels bad for Ben, and she goes to Claire to explain the third. In the fact, Claire understood what Ben says in English, and from earlier on she understood what was really going on. In this movie, the conversation is easy to understand. Then the shooting is also good. The three characters have also managed to show their respective character. Although the plot of this movie was predictable, the message from the filmmaker wanted to convey to the audience was very well conveyed. And how about you, Putri?
We know that the translation is an English short comedy film, and it is started when a girl named Rachel have intending a conversation with the guy she dreams about. She tried to impress him with all she got, but their conversation comes to the end when the pretty French girl comes or enters to join their conversation, and the dream conversation of Rachel turned upside down when her crush asks her to take the French girl behalf of him. The protagonist being known about her French skills except to become a temptation between her crush and the French girl. She alters the whole conversation out of her envy and jealousy. So, from this movie, we can take the advantage to have more spiritness in order we can get what we want. Okay, maybe.
For the second movie is that alternative math. This short movie tells the life of a teacher in America who is anti-radicalism. A teacher in this movie teach early childhood. In this movie, all citizens and teachers have anti-radical thought. When the teacher started, the student's answer was wrong. He was considered radical by everyone until he was dismissed from his job. The main character is a veteran grade school teachers trying to explain to her student that 2 plus 2 is 4. The child, however, believes that the answer is 22. So, to his parents, how dare the teacher concern their child and restrict his learning? What kinds of professional does this? The plot of this movie seems to give critics to the government, namely placing to the teachers obligations under the rules of society without considering the existence knowledge. This short movie brings up one problem topic. Unfortunately, the end of this movie does not show a resolution to the existence conflict. It just makes the teacher more judgment. Although in the end of was able to relate it by making a profit, it was not worth what he had been through. I think if your child wants to watch this movie, your parents should accompany him and guide him. Although this movie is a little bit funny, but what they do to their teacher is the wrong thing. And how about you, Putri?
It is produced by Edelman Studios. The film casts all Carol as Miss, while for the main lead is a meaningful short film that related to the contemporary life, especially in the field of education. This 9-minute short film shows the dark reality, the lack of respect and trust teachers are given these days. The film shows how modern day society, media, parenting, and school administration have the ability to flip the script on an innocent classroom situation. With the praising of regulation parents and their lawsuit broken school system and scrutinizing media, teachers are left in fear of doing their jobs. Interpretive, the story begins when Mills, while trying to explain to the student, recount Danny that 2.2 is 4. However, the student believes the answer is 22. In his frustration, he regains his teacher and thrusts out when the parents are called in to discuss the situation. They also throw tantrum on her, claiming there is more than one answer to any question. The parent involves the principal and claim her out for upsetting the child and the present. The parent unite and protest. The school board have, in a certain sense, the teacher, rather than supporting her for the academic interrogatory. The problem becomes worse after the media blows it up. She gets raped, but there are happy ending and funny twists, and at the end to leave you with a smile on your face. It's same when the principal calculates salary for Muse's evaluation. What makes this film so special is that it functions on so many layers. It also challenges us why math is so badly tough, why teachers are not respected, and why the whole school system are broken. When professionalism and good teaching are marginalized in order to get good marks in narrow mindset. Summary overall, this short film is an excellent movie. Perhaps this is one evaluation of the best reason to see alternative math film with heart, humanity, and humor, as well as deeper physiologically undertones, a family film to be enjoyed by teacher and student alike.
For the last movie is that the mother. This short movie is about the family. Lucy, who is a daughter who lives alone without her father and mother. Lucy feels happy when living alone. Suddenly, her mother visits and lives there. Lucy objected to her mother play presence. In this movie, Lucy is described as an independent child, but also does not herself. She is more considered with her life without thinking about her parents. And at the end of her life, Lucy's mother just wanted to spend the time with Lucy, but Lucy ignored her. And after her mother was gone, Lucy was crying for it. The plot of this movie seems predictable, even though it is only in the house, but shooting, the atmosphere, and the music was very connected. The moral message conveyed from this movie is very impressive. The audience is invited to think about their mother again even though they are now able. And how about you, Putri?
In the title is The Mother, when a fake short film that might resemble any grown-ups who live far from their family while fleeing from the dangers assailants as a decision come out of fighting to protect her daughter she left earlier in her life. So in this story, it told about a mother that can that close all things about her life from the daughter. Mother left earlier in her life. The daughter knows from the father firsthand many things that was close from her about her mother's life. So Crystal and Ning perform uniquely during the valuable or the daily exchange. So that I say in this film, the Black Rider gave audience a simple reminder not to neglect your loved one.
I think that's all from our movie review. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.